Input tax credit on business expenses. Expenses may incur day-to-day expenses such as rent, telephone bills, internet bills, stationery, petty cash expenses, and so on. To carry out the business operations, these expenses attract VAT. If you are a registered dealer and purchasing from another registered dealer and paid VAT at the time of payment or purchases, you are eligible to claim the input tax credit. Ensure to enable the expenses ledger with VAT. Also, a registered business can recover the VAT paid on expenses if incurred for furtherance of businesses and used for business purposes and subject to certain conditions. These conditions are to be satisfied. Expenses are incurred for business purposes and not for self-consumption. Consideration for the supply is paid within 6 months and proof of document, the tax invoice, is issued. So let us see how we can account expenses and claim an input tax credit on the same. Here is ABC Electronics LLC running its business in UAE. Let us account certain business expenses. You can directly account a business expenses in purchases accounting invoice mode. Let us say we are accounting an expenses or office rent paid to the party Abdul Rafat, who is in UAE, Sharjah, with a registered TRN, and we have created a expense ledger, office rent. So ensure for office rent, you are enabling the taxability and the nature of purchases as taxable, domestic taxable purchases, and type of supply services. Let us say 10,000 dirham is paid to the party, and this is considered as domestic taxable purchases, and VAT is accounted. So as it is accounted in the purchase accounting invoice mode, so it directly goes into your input VAT. So you can account in journal as well as payment also. So let us account the similar transaction in journal. Ensure that you enable in F12 the option use reference number in journals. This option should be set yes. So you debit office expenses 10,000. It is domestic taxable purchases. Crediting Abdul Rafar with new reference. The amount is 10,500, which is of tax, so VAT. So this is your journal entry for paying the office rent. You can also account in the payment, directly making a payment, cash or check. So for this also you can enable the reference number. Let us say you're issuing a check or a cash, a bank check for office rent, 10,000, and VAT is accounted. So here you have to manually enter the VAT amount. So we have entered the business expenses in 3 modes: purchase accounting invoice mode, journal, and payment. So let us navigate to the return form. From Gateway of Tally displays statutory reports VAT return form. So as we are entering on it, you can just recompute. And you can see there is a transaction incomplete information required for generating, audit file not provided. So when you're issuing a bank check for payment of expenses incurred for the business purposes, it's identified as a person who is interacting. So you can enter the TRN number. So once you can see all the 3 transactions are accounted for your VAT purpose. So it will be shown under domestic taxable purchases at 5%, You can drill down to this entries and account and check for all the purchases, journal and payment modes of accounting done. So here we have 30,000 dirham with 1,500 dirham being tax amount. So entire amount incurred for your business purposes is shown under total VAT refundable. That is, you can claim input tax credit on this.